Welcome back to Danny's Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my first video today, I didn't support or encourage traders to go to the street to protest because right now, one influencer has been reportedly shot dead while he was live streaming the protest. This is the reason why I didn't support or encourage the protest that is now happening in Nairobi County. People are now being abducted illegally, arrested illegally, and also killed illegally because they are protesting for too much taxation under the government of William Ruto within their businesses. This is the reason why I said on my first video that let us wait and protest at the right time on 10th August, Tuesday, 2027. Because the more we go to the street to protest, the more we are losing our life. Right now, one influencer has been shot dead. And without wasting much of your time, allow me to play for you the videos concerning to how things are now getting more worse in Nairobi County CBD amid the ongoing protest by traders over too much taxation under the government of President William Ruto. And before you watch the video, as we always do, ensure that you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically show us your support on what I'm doing on this platform. Thank you so much for that support of the like and also subscription. Can you watch what is happening in Kenya, Nairobi County, CBD?
Tumekaa hivi na hivyo hakuna venye wangenini,
lakini unajua watu walikuwa wanataka kupiga kichwa bana.
Tupande baza. Sasa huko ndo tunaenda mahali kamenuka.
Live. Mambo ni live kabisa Nairobi CBD. Mambo live Nairobi CBD. Mambo live kabisa ndani ya Nairobi CBD. Ndio tumeanza sasa. Angalia uone. Mambo ipo live ndani ya Nairobi CBD. Good hivyo. Mambo live. Yeah? Mambo live. Au sio? Ndo Kenyatta. Au sio? Mambo live. Au sio? Bas. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Bas. Thank you.
So that is the current situation in Nairobi County CBD amid the ongoing deadly protest by traders concerning to too much taxation under the government of President William Ruto. And that is the reason why I didn't encourage or support our traders to go to the street to protest. Because I knew how outcome will be. We have been witnessing different protests in Kenya. I knew it. And again, before we proceed, allow me to play for you a clip of the video of NTV having more information concerning to what William Ruto said behind the protests that have been happening in this country of Kenya since he was sworn in as the 5th president of this country of Kenya. Can you listen to this press statement from William Ruto?
Now, 2 years after the Gen Z-led protests shook his administration, President William Ruto is now acknowledging that the young Kenyans who are exercising their constitutional right to demonstrate and demanding greater accountability and better governance. It is a markedly different message from the one the president delivered during the protests then and from his later directive to security forces to shoot looters on the legs. So is this a genuine change of heart or an attempt to rebuild trust in a generation that remains deeply critical of his administration ahead of the August 2027 election? NTV's Susan Woyeru begins our broadcast tonight.
Are their constitutional mandates.
16 years after Kenyans gave themselves a constitution protecting the right to peacefully demonstrate, President William Ruto is speaking about the Gen Z protest in a language that would have been difficult to imagine at the height of the 2024 demonstrations.
During the protests of 2024 and those that followed, young Kenyans and other citizens exercised their constitutional freedoms to speak, assemble, demonstrate, picket, and petition public authorities. Their message was clear. They wanted to be heard.
It is a significant departure from the president's framing in 2024.
It is not in order or even conceivable that criminals pretending to be peaceful protesters can rain terror against the people, their elected representatives, and the institutions established under our Constitution, and expect to go scot-free.
And as the protests continued, the president's rhetoric became increasingly secularized. In 2025, amid protest and incidents of looting, Ruto issued an even tougher directive to security agencies.
Ambaye anachukua moto, anaenda kuchoma biashara ya mtu, anaenda kuchoma mali ya watu wengine. Mtu kama huyo apigwe risasi miguu, aende hospitali, akienda kotini.
From describing the protest as having been hijacked by criminals to ordering force against those involved in looting, the message from State House was unmistakable. But today, President Ruto is placing the grievances of the young protesters at the center of his account of what happened. And he is also confronting the human cost of the state's response. This time, the president says government cannot simply look away. It is an acknowledgement that comes 2 years after a generation took to the streets and after the protest exposed a deep rupture between young Kenyans and the government. So what explains the change in tone?
But I don't believe that is what he will do or he meant.
Okay.
So there are so many other things he has said that he acted contrary.
Kaparo's argument is that the president's words must now match his actions because the political stakes have changed. 2027 is approaching, and the Gen Z, the generation that turned the 2024 protest into a national political reckoning, remains an increasingly important constituency.
Kwa hivyo yawezekana kwamba anasema ukweli. Yawezekana pia kwamba anatafuta kura. Na haya ni mambo mawili.
But the president's message also raises a constitutional question. Article 37 protects the right of every person, peaceably and unarmed, to assemble, demonstrate, picket and present petitions to public authorities. Ruto now says that protection must be real.
Kenyan should lose their life, liberty, or dignity merely for criticizing government, expressing an unpopular opinion, or participating in peaceful demonstration.
The president insists that defending peaceful protesters does not mean excusing criminality committed under the cover of protest. A distinction that echoes his argument from 2024, but the significant change today is that the starting point of his narrative is no longer the threat to the state. It is the citizen. From labeling Gen Z's protest as a threat to now recognizing them as a constitutional right, President Ruto's tone has clearly shifted. Now, whether that is a genuine about turn or a political recalibration ahead of 2027 will be judged not by his words, but how his government responds the next time.
That is how things have been happening or are still happening in this country of Kenya, and that is why I didn't encourage viewers, I didn't encourage the traders to go to the street to protest. Not that I'm supporting the government. No, I'm not supporting the government. What I'm trying to say is that let us limit this unnecessarily death. People are dying because they are trying to fight for their rights and freedom in this country of Kenya. But let us wait for that time. Let us wait for that time. And that time is only through the ballot box. How many times have we went to the streets to protest? Then later on, we are just being killed. There is nothing like change. How many times? So those are some of the things that are making me not to support people to go to the street to protest. Because the moment we are going to the street to protest, we are reducing. So look at what have now happened. Many people have been arrested. Others have been abducted. They are now going to give their parents a difficult time. So on this video, I didn't have much to talk about. I just wanted to give you exclusive updates concerning to what is happening in Nairobi County CBD amid the ongoing protest that kicked off earlier today in the morning by different traders within different sector of business in Nairobi County, because they are seriously facing taxation, too much tax. Our only biashara, many people have closed their business because they don't see what is happening. They don't see the income, the profit. Haoni profit. Tukutane kwa video itakayofuata hivi karibuni, wapenzi watazamaji wa Danny's Media. Remember to subscribe, comment, like the video, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Tukutane kwa video itakayofuata. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, comment, share, and if you're meeting this channel for the first time, do the same. You just subscribe, comment, like, so that anytime we publish a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you that Team Danny's Media have something new to watch on their YouTube channel concerning to what is happening across the country of Kenya, especially during this political season and other challenges that Kenyans are facing under the leadership of the 5th President of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto. Bye-bye.